Yo and hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector. Happy Sunday to everybody. Today's a special day. Number one, it's 4th of July weekend, so day off tomorrow, which is great. Always good to have a long weekend. But today's really special because today is Julie and I's 23rd wedding anniversary. I mean to tell you, very blessed with Julie. She is amazingly tolerant of me, tolerant of all this. She kind of lets me do my thing, and we have an amazing marriage. And I hope everybody out there, with your spouse, I'm very blessed. Let's put it that way, and very grateful for her and our 23 years together. So yeah, so happy anniversary, Julie. 23 days until the National. Another thing Julie's very tolerant of. We had an interesting talk about budget for the National. Julie and I did. We reached a consensus, which was really more leaned towards what I wanted than what she wanted me to spend. And, just thinking through it, it was just more of opportunity and taking advantage of where I think the market's going, even in the next few weeks as the National gets closer and closer. So I'm going to do a whole video about that. In fact, I'm going to do a video pre-National as it gets closer about kind of what I'm looking for. Everybody is asking me on Instagram and comments and stuff like, hey, what are you planning on getting at the National? And the answer is, I haven't quite figured it out yet, honestly. I know I'm getting some different autographs. I know I'm getting some cards graded. So there's a lot of things, kind of moving parts to that, but I'm going to kind of go through my plans in a separate video as we get closer and kind of talk through all of that. Yeah, I got some really cool stuff to show you here. And so I'm going to flip this around and just get right to the crazy stack that I have next to me of so much generosity and some other cool pickups that I did. So hang on one second. All right, so the first thing is actually from Chase. He does a drawing every week, and all you have to do is comment on one of his videos. His channel is Chase and Ink, and apparently the last 2 weeks I won a Josh Stower's autograph last week, and this week a Kevin Minch autograph, which is he's kind of one of those all-time Ranger fan favorite kind of guys on this cool Fleer Tradition card. So that's going in the Rangers autograph binder. So thank you, Chase, for that. I got another cool deal from Tom. He's Cooter Lev on here, and he said, I got a couple more things for you. His brother was named Mike. This is it's like a cachet almost. To Mike, regards, Allie Reynolds. Allie Reynolds was one of those amazing pitchers for the Yankees back during their heyday in the 50s and 60s. I mean, he was really, really good. I would not call him a Hall of Fame player, or I wouldn't vote for him, but he's really great, and I love it when it's personalized like that. So this Allie Reynolds piece, and on the back is another piece, so you can see the cachet part over here. But it says, to Mike, my best wishes and condolences on your something birthday. I can't really, I don't know. Rich Hand. So he was a pitcher for the Rangers. You can see that print out of a 72 Topps card. But, all this stuff was to his brother. His name was Mike. And so he had these few personalized things. And since my name's Mike, that makes he just wants me to have them. And so, Tom, that is awesome. Thank you so much. Really, really cool. I don't think there's anything else in here. I better look. Make sure that's all that's in here. Because knowing you, Tom... Oh, there is something else in here. Oh, I thought that was a cachet. It's actually just a pamphlet from this award thing. And then there's a Lou Gehrig cachet with a Lou Gehrig stamp. It's an envelope. Yeah, that is awesome. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm glad I opened it. So cool. 1989, Cooperstown, New York. These are awesome. So, yeah. That'll go in the Lou Gehrig collection. Awesome. Thank you, Tom, for that. Then I got something from this guy, John Keating, that 70s Card Show podcast. I got a card. I love the font. There he is, John Keating. And a sticker. I love getting stickers. I've got a good collection of stickers going. I think I need to make my own sticker. But John was here, and he wrote me a note. Oh, dropped a card. Where's the card? There it is. All right. He wrote me a note, and I got to show this because it's in this great font. And I'll read it to you, but it's hilarious. Thank you for the camaraderie at the Dallas Card Show, as well as inviting me into your home to smell the beast. That's right. The 52 Hodges Redback. John, it was a 51 Topps Hodges Redback. So I had to give him I already gave him a hard time about that. Told him I was going to read it on video. Gifted to me by you was the biggest surprise I've had in a long time. I slept with it under my pillow for weeks. Possible embellishment. Your collection had one glaring omission, so please allow me to feed the beast with the best catcher. He put the beast catcher, the best catcher in Philadelphia history. Again, thanks for the past, and here's to the future, John Keating. So what he sent me is awesome. It's this 1976 Topps Mickey Cochran all-time all-star, and he was going through my 70s stuff because he's a 70s guy, and he saw that I didn't have the Cochran. I've been looking for this card forever, and I just like, I mean, it's not that you couldn't find it. It's like I just didn't want to buy it. Turns out John bought it for me and sent it to me, and now I have the complete Sporting News all-time all-stars set. I was only missing Cochran, who was an amazing catcher for the Philadelphia Athletics. So cool to add that. John, thank you so much for that. Really, really appreciate it. And you have fed the beast. Next up is a purchase I made during Hobby Palooza, actually. Ryan, another sticker, breakout cards. So got a new sticker, another sticker. He was at a show and he had bought a bunch of stuff, the New England Card Show. And so immediately I saw a card that I had to have. So we made a deal for it right after the live stream ended. It's this 2012 Topps 5-star Clayton Kershaw. It's the rainbow version, number 25. You can see the foil down there, glistening and refractory. But I didn't have this Kershaw. I wanted it. I think Kershaw is certainly a Hall of Famer, and so I would want to get this card eventually anyway. So I'm trying to get as many of the non-Hall of Famers now. This is 2012, so there's definitely some chipping, like very, very common, condition issues with 2012. That does not take away from the awesomeness of this card. So glad that Ryan was willing to make a deal with me for that. And after that, I kind of got into another 5-star kick. I need a ton of them. So I went out and I bought the 2021 Ozzie Smith. And I'm kind of thinking about the fact that if I don't get these quickly, they're going to dry up because the 2012s are dang near impossible to find. And when you do, they're super expensive. So the 2021s, it's like, hey, they're still around. They're still out there. Get them while you can get them, or else they'll end up in dark holes like my collection, other people like me, and then you never see them again. The next thing I got was a super cheap card. I bought this Larry Walker Diamond Kings because I am planning on getting Larry Walker to sign this at the National. And I've got a couple things. I'm going to do his Perez Steel custom that I have, and then I need a Diamond Kings card of his. And these just don't come up signed ever. So it's kind of one of those, well, if you want it in the collection, you're going to have to do it yourself. So that's why I bought that, ready to go. That's going to go up in my National stack of stuff I'm taking with me. All right, now comes a whole bunch of other Dick Perez items, stuff that I bought. Again, I'm just get on these little kicks where I just start looking. Okay, what am I missing? Start looking. And this was a no-brainer for me. Saw this super cheap, relatively speaking. It's the Dick Perez Hall of Fame postcard of Bill Mazeroski, which I did not have. And so glad to add that. I love how much white space there is up there, and he signed it beautifully up there. And he does TTM, but it's hard to find these raw. Like I would do it, buy a raw one and send it in, then do you get it back and all that. And oh, by the way, it's already PSA certified. So this will be going to Garrett just to get in a slab. I don't know how they do that. When it's already authenticated, do they just stick it in a slab for cheaper? They don't have to authenticate it again. I mean, it's the same item, and it's got what I love. It says right here, this item has been examined, yada yada. The item has been permanently marked with proprietary invisible ink that contains patented strand of synthetic DNA. So somewhere on this card, they've marked it with invisible ink. And to me, that doesn't make this any less valuable. In fact, it makes it more valuable to me. And what I don't understand is why they can't do that with regular cards. Like, it would totally make sense for PSA to get rid of the scammers and the fakers and the trimmers and like if they grade a card, they're going to mark it. And that way, if they ever get it back, having been broken out of its slab, trimmed up, and sent back into them, they would be able to tell, oh, we've already graded this card before. But the idea of putting ink, invisible ink on this is okay, but when I say that to people about regular cards, they have an absolute conniption fit. And I'm like, what's the difference? Like, why does it matter? You can't see it. It's invisible ink. It's not like, and they're doing it to mark the card. Like, we've graded this. It is graded. It's been graded by us. So I don't see the problem with it, honestly. But I'm telling you, you guys in the comments are going to go like, absolutely not. You can't do that to a card. Well, you can do it to this. What's the difference? This is more valuable than a lot of cards. So whatever, said my piece. Okay, now I got a couple of big dick Perez items. Get it, what I did there? That's what she said. So the first one, these are awesome. I don't know if I'm going to have to probably move this to make enough room. Bam, look at that. These are called Great Moments, and I have a ton of them. They are all large like this. I don't have very many of them slabbed. The reality is I bought this one slabbed because it was as cheap or cheaper than buying it raw. And Jim Bunning's not a hard autograph, but look how cool that picture is. And this is done like on the material, the paper is almost like a canvas paper. It is super cool. These were numbered out of 5,000. So there's only 5,000 of these. Everybody always asks me, there's 5,000 signed? No, you had to get, they came raw, unsigned, and you had to get them signed. But look how cool. I mean, usually the players sign really big and bold, and look how, and that's a Jim Mint 10 auto. Just so freaking cool. So that's one of them. I got another one too. This one may be even worse because it's Mr. Rod Carew. This one's just authentic, which you can see there, 93 Perez Steel Great Moments postcard. And this one's also numbered to 5,000. Perez Steel Galleries, number 77. So they did these in series, by the way. So you couldn't, you can buy them all at once now, but he's not putting these out anymore. There is no more Perez Steel stuff. So there's the Rod Carew. Like, how cool, look how awesome that is. Rod Carew getting ready to slap a hit. Just so well done. These are amazing. And I have a bunch of them. Actually, I'll tilt up. See, up on the wall, there's Koufax and Musial, Bench. So I have a bunch of them up. They look awesome framed, but these are slabbed up, which is even better. So anyway, that is it for the mail today. Thanks for sticking around for the whole video if you did, and we'll catch you guys soon. And don't forget, keep collecting.